From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back. Joining me now is Justin Brown, the founder of the Edom Art House, and he's here to tell us about the important role art plays in our community. Now, I got to tell you, my best friend's name is Justin Brown, so I was like, at first, whenever you messaged me about it, I was like, who is this? My friend asking me to come on the show, but it's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, though.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir. So how did you get into the local art scene?
I got into the local art scene because I am a jewelry artist, and I started making jewelry around the area, and people started really being attracted to the jewelry that I created. So I started going to different shows and pop-ups and things like that, and then the more popular that became, I started hearing through other artists that they didn't really have a fun place for them to be able to display their work. So an opportunity came about for me to create an art gallery, and I decided that instead of it just being all my jewelry, I wanted to give other artists an opportunity to showcase their work. And since I have a background in branding and marketing, it just made sense to invite them and then help them to showcase their work.
Yeah, and what was that like, you know, inviting other artists in to show their work as well?
For me, it has been revolutionary, and I know for a lot of the local artists, it has definitely been life-changing, because to have someone to be able to represent their work or tell their stories in ways that most artists are not able to is very impactful, and it definitely helps the artists connect with collectors, and it helps collectors to understand the importance of the art that they're collecting or the art that they're buying.
Yes, sir. Well, Clay, can you pop up their artwork over there? Can you just tell us a little bit about what you brought here today?
Absolutely. So what you're looking at right now is some jewelry that I created. I use wire wrap styles of jewelry, and that's really what I gravitate towards. But right now you're looking at a piece or a set that I created from 14 karat gold and some emeralds. There's a necklace there, a bracelet, and a ring.
That's awesome right there. So what makes art? Like, how do you decide what makes art?
In my professional or personal opinion, art is anything that someone makes from their heart. It's handmade, and there's an intention behind it. It doesn't have to be the most prolific or the most beautiful or the most glamorous thing you've ever seen in your life, but coming from the heart, being handmade, I believe that that is considered art. Now, there are many different levels to that. There can be fine art, there can be crafty art, but I believe that that in itself is what creates art.
Yes, sir. And so what do you kind of look for in an artist to represent?
When I am looking for artists to represent, I'm looking for a number of things, but I would say the first few things that stand out to me is, one, do they have work that captures me? If they have something that I believe is really beautiful or really engaging, then that's one criteria. Another is their story. I need to find artists who have stories that other people can relate to, or stories that are impactful in one way or another. Like the painting right there on the screen. That's the work of a gentleman named Niall Reams. And Niall has been with the Edom Art House for a little under 2 years. But what I find that's so incredible about Niall is that he's schizophrenic. So Niall paints what he sees in his mind. And for most people who aren't schizophrenic, they can only identify with that by what they've seen in the media or what they've seen in others, which is not always a good depiction. But Niall is able to give us insight into his world, and it's chaotic. Sometimes it's dark. Sometimes it doesn't always make sense at first glance. But when you understand his story and his struggles and how he's able to overcome and put all of that on canvas, it changes what you're looking at.
Yes, sir. And so, do you have any favorite local artists that you think we should be looking at?
Absolutely. I think one would be right here. My friend Melissa Brown, she creates these wonderful Hallelujah ladies. And this is from stained glass. She makes every single part of this herself with her own hands. She cuts the wood, she cuts the glass. But the beauty behind this is that she created these as she was going through her second bout of cancer.
Oh, wow.
She created this as a reminder that no matter what you're going through in life, you can always stop, throw your hands up and say hallelujah, and celebrate for the life that's in your body. And she creates these to have all different types of themes, like animals or birthday celebrations or sobriety celebrations. But I believe that this is art, just like I believe jewelry and canvases are also art.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, Melissa Brown would be one. There are a myriad of other artists, but Karina Alvarado, Fran Cooper, these are people who are creating some really beautiful, jaw-dropping work that I think everyone should know about.
Yes, sir. If somebody wanted to get in contact with you or just see your art gallery, how can they go about doing that?
Well, they can go to edomarthouse.com, but this weekend, August 24th, will be the last weekend for the Edom Art House. I've been there for a little under 3 years, and I'm now looking for a location here in Tyler. So if people are interested in continuing to follow the art journey or follow the stories, they can head over to Edom Art House on Facebook or edomarthouse.com.
All right, Justin, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. For more information, go to the website right there on your screen.